my shoppers? What's up, my bestie shoppers? Hey guys, just want to let you guys know that butter is here. Please comment, like, share, and yes, subscribe. All right, guys, let's get into this vlog. Today, this vlog is about tips. I came up with a few tips, and if you guys have any more tips, put them in the comments below. One of my besties gave a tip. I'm going to put her tip somewhere here, and I also said it in my tips. But this video, again, is all about tips for newbies. And if I forgot anything, and if you guys know some great tips, put them in the comments so I can learn something too. Because we all learning out here trying to get this money, okay? And today, one of my goals is I'm going to try to finish up with my shipped application as well. So yeah, as you can see, I'm at my home this morning. I still don't have no curtains. I need to get some curtains. You know, it takes time to get things together. Okay. But anyway, so I'm assuming at this point of your Instacart beginning journey, you already applied and all these different things. Okay, so my tip one is the hours open up for picking at 9:30 on Sundays and on Wednesdays. What I usually do, I set my cell phone alarm about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe I might have it like 3 minutes before 9:30. And so I'm ready for when the hours are about to be activated on the app. So I can pick whatever hours that I want. I already have my hours written down. And then if those hours aren't available, I pick and choose what I can get because I'm right there on the app at the time that they go online. So when you're starting your first day, don't be nervous, take your time. And one of the most important things, that the GPS will, let me back up a little bit. Instacart will hit you up a half an hour earlier to let you know that you got to be at work at a half an hour. So get yourself prepared. Make sure your GPS is on. Because if your GPS is not on, they'll remind you to turn it on, or they might boot you off of your shift, because that is important. I'm looking down because I wrote some things down. And also, when you're starting your shift, be in the zone that you say you're going to be in, because that's another way that they will sign you off, so you won't be able to make money that day. And then you will get a reliability incident for if your GPS isn't on and you don't turn it on. And also if you are not in your zone. Okay, number 4, let me see. So another big thing that in the beginning, when I became an Instacart shopper, just whenever I got dinged for a batch, I just took the batch and that was it. So now I feel like in this state of the game of Instacart, when you do get a batch, look at the info on the batch. So when it pops up, you have a batch, you click the batch. Okay, let's see what it is. It'll say maybe $10 or $15, right? And then on the side of the $15, there's like a little circle that has an I in the middle. You tap that and it'll tell you how much it is, and you know how much Instacart is paying you, and it tells you how much the tip is. And if you're down for it, if they paying you what it is, then you can accept the order. But before I even accept the order, after I close that down, I'll swipe up. I think you swipe it up a little bit, and then you can see what items you're getting and how far is how far do you have to travel with the groceries? So if you're at, say, ShopRite, it'll tell you the place is 3 miles from ShopRite. And then at the top, it'll give you the map. So if you think that that is worth it, then go ahead and hit accept. You have 3 minutes and I think 50 seconds or 3 minutes and 30 seconds to accept your batch. Okay, let me read. Okay, so I wrote it somewhere else, but I'm going to jump over and go back real quick. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. So now let me talk about if you do not like the batch. If you do not like the batch, then after you check everything and you're not a fan of the batch, you let the time run out and it'll give you like a little questionnaire. Basically, why didn't you accept this batch? It's too small, it's too big, it's too heavy, the pay isn't right. It'll give you that, or if you hit other, you can type in why you did not accept the batch. And if you don't hit something or say something and then again they send you another batch and you don't say anything, they will kick you off because you're not responding and they think you're not working. This happened to my daughter a few times. I don't know if it's happened to you, but it does happen. Okay. Now, number, I'll say 6, but that one was a kind of an extra for the part 4. Make sure that you always check your notes after you accept your order. Sometimes the customer will say, my house is on the left, go around the back, or park on the grass and run down the street. I don't know, but basically read what they said, because sometimes if you don't follow the directions, they'll give you a bad complaint or give you like a not so good star or something of that nature. So always check your notes. Okay. And another thing is too, I'm not going to even count them, I'm just going to talk about it. Another tip is once you open up your order and you check it and all those good things, always scroll up and down your order to see what you are getting, because on your journey of walking, things might not be in order the way it is on the app, and you can kind of follow, you can kind of look at something. Oh yeah, I think I saw some tea. I had to pick up some tea and here's the tea. So let me go back and look. I do that because sometimes I don't want to be at the end of the store and I forgot the tea. Also, it's good to keep scrolling up and down at your list, because sometimes your customer will add things to it. Or they might send you a message through the app and ask you to pick up some bread. They forgot to put it on. So once you pick up the bread that they'll tell you what kind of bread they want, and then at the bottom you have to hit the add item and then you can scan it. That's what I do. So another tip is if something is missing in the store and they do not have it, you know, try to talk to the customer, because they like it if you communicate with them. But sometimes it's best to use a substitute. What I do is I'll put 1 or 2 substitutes maybe in the basket, and I'll put it to the side and I'll talk to them. And then if they want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. Now, if they want it, my substitute that I picked or whatever, and they are responding to me, I keep it moving. I keep shopping. But what I do is I'll go back to the item that they want and I'll put replacement, but I already have it in the basket. It doesn't hurt to give back the cashier what you don't want. I'm not waiting around. I'm going to keep moving. Sometimes I do wait if it's too heavy or it's too big. So sometimes I put a couple of the, what do you call it? Maybe 1 or 2 of the substitutes inside the basket. So when I'm walking and they do respond, I'll just change it. Sometimes it does backfire, because it says, oh, well, instead of one of those raviolis, let me just get 2 more of the other one or something like that. Then sometimes I still have to go back, but not all the time. So that's another thing that I do. But always make sure you check your list. And yeah, check your list. Okay, so this is what one of my subscribers, my besties, had said to me. When shopping, try your best to get the best produce, nothing bruised, nothing moldy with the produce. Especially they're very clear about the raspberry, blueberries, blackberries. Make sure they're looking healthy and fresh, and be careful with the bananas and also the apples, that they're not bruised. Because it will be a problem. So my thing is to make sure you have everything. Take your time. Don't rush, because it's better to get everything that they want and they need and talk to them and bring the stuff to them, even if your time is running slow or you are running behind. Now, don't be lax and get days and call and be like, oh, I don't feel like it today, so I'm going to take my time and da-da-da. No, don't do that either. Just, you know, go at a good pace. And if you're having a hard time, you can always ask people around in the store to help you out. I especially have to do that when I'm at Whole Foods. I'm much better at Whole Foods now, but I hate Whole Foods. So that's another tip. Yes. On this tip here, if you have heavy items, definitely take your time with bending and standing up and trying to put your stuff in a basket or putting it at the bottom of your cart. And then when you get to your car, and you put everything in your car, if you have a dolly, put everything on the dolly so you don't have to carry anything that's too heavy. If you are really serious about Instacart shopping, I'm sorry, I shook the table. If you're really serious about it, then I would definitely look into getting a dolly, because it's very important to save your back, especially if you have to go up the stairs or elevators or apartment buildings. That can be a hassle. I remember one day I had a case of soda and then those Polar Longs seltzer waters. I had 3 of those. I didn't have my dolly at the time, and I had to go inside, park the car kind of afar because you couldn't park in the fire lane. And then I had to carry everything in, catch the elevator, go up, and then their office was way on the end. And I had to do that like 4 times. So I was huffing and puffing and going crazy. If you watch one of my past vlogs, I had to bring 10 cases of water to a client's house that had stairs, and I didn't have my dolly. You need your dolly, just saying. Or something in reference to some things, to not have to carry that stuff, because it's real. Okay. Another good tip is to have your hot and cold bags. I personally don't have hot and cold bags, but I was thinking about getting it because I haven't done any Costco or BJ orders or Sam's Club orders because I don't have a hot and cold pack. And then the way it looks to me is that you can make a little bit more money in those stores because you're buying in bulk. I'm not sure if that is to be true, but if it's not, my veterans, my besties, you know, let me know in the comments. But yeah. So if you're idling a long time in one spot, it's probably good to move around. Maybe they'll pick up your signal that you're moving in a closer direction where it might be a little more hot, and like a red zone. I personally don't chase red zones, but if you're sitting and you really need the money and stuff like that, maybe it's good for you to move around a little bit with the zones. It worked for me a few times, but I really don't chase them like I used to when I first started. But it's up to you. Another tip is keep track of your mileage, or keep track of your mileage, your gas receipts, and your taxes. Because, you know, Instacart doesn't pay taxes, so you have to do your own taxes. From my tax lady who did my taxes, she told me that here in Connecticut, you can file the mileage or you can file the gas. So with the mileage, I didn't opt to take the mileage because sometimes I forget to press the button to start. I do. It's like I'm driving and then sometimes the app will pop on and it'll say, did you forget to, you know, hit the mileage? Are you working? So for me, I think it's a little easier for me just to get gas and then I can just save the receipt. That's what I do. Okay. Another tip is when you're in your car and you have like a 3 to 4 hour shift or whatever the case may be, and you don't have the luxury of staying at home while you're waiting for an order, put some snacks in your car, some potato chips, some almonds, whatever you like. So put that in the car. It helps you save money. You're out there getting money, so why spend money? Because I've spent money while I was waiting to work, and you know, it just doesn't make any sense. Hold on, guys. All right, another thing is when you get to a client's home and you're delivering up your groceries or whatever to their home, do not hit the delivered items until you have really delivered the items. And if you delivered the items and the customer is not home, snap a picture and then send it to them in their message app, so it shows them that you got it and Instacart knows that you got it. And then what I do is I screenshot it as well. I keep it for myself. And then after that, you swipe, because if you're there and you swipe beforehand and there's an issue, nobody's coming to the door, you can't go back and try to get in contact with customer happiness or anything. So I mean, you probably can call later, but they're like, well, you know, why did you swipe? You know, it's just a lot of work. So what you can do is when you get there, there's the customer service button or whatever down at the bottom. And so you can't, you know, get in contact with the client, with the customer. I don't know why I keep saying client, the customer. And it will try to ring the customer. It'll tell you to wait and all these different things. And then the customer may open the door, or they might say they're not home, or whatever the case may be. So those are a few, I think it was like a little bit more than 14 tips that I gave. Another tip that I'm just going to go off the top of my dome now. Another thing that I do like to do is when I'm putting my groceries on a conveyor belt, I usually put all produce with produce, frozen with frozen, cold with cold, dry with dry, cans. I put it up on the belt all the same, so when they pack it up at the end, it kind of all just goes together. So when the customer unpacks at home, it's not pretty crazy. I don't think it's one of my other customers, one of my besties told me that if a customer doesn't tip, maybe you can say to them, oh, do you mind if you can rate me on the app? So if they rate you a good rating, that would be great. So that was one tip that I've learned. Always keep an eye on your basket, because you can take somebody else's basket. I've done it. Stole the damn basket, took it, got up to the register and realized it's not my basket. So, oh my God, there's so many more tips. But these are the ones I am thinking about off the top of my dome right now, meaning my brain. If you have any more questions, if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. And let me see. Don't be afraid to, if your friends or whatever are looking to become an Instacart shopper, you know, tell them that you have a referral code. You know, like, come through, use my code. Or another thing is, if you don't feel comfortable the first day when you go Instacarting, maybe you should definitely try the demos so you kind of know what to do. I didn't use the demos because my daughter kind of showed me what I had to do. So funny. When I was telling you guys about Shipped, I think they heard me. They were like, are you going to finish your application? So I'm going to try to finish my application today. I want to just throw out another branch of another job, just to fluctuate back, try something different. I do like Instacart. I do like the hustle of Instacart, but sometimes I'm not hustling and I need to make some change, okay? But I think that's it for now that I can think of right now. I know there's so many other tips. So many other tips. Oh, there's another thing. Like if you shop at Aldi's or Aldi's, whatever you say, some people get confused. So it's like when you check out, you know, they don't provide bags. Now, if you don't have your own bags that you can share out with the client, sometimes you can bring your own bags from home, save bags. And then you can, when you go there, after you check out, you have to get bags, right? So you tell them, I'll say 6 bags. And then after you hit, you know, they want you, oh God, I'm losing train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. After you get your order is finished, it'll ask you how many bags did you buy. And then you can put up there 6 bags, and then it goes away. Because you don't have to pay for the bags out your own pocket. I made that mistake the first time I ever shopped at Aldi because I didn't really understand. So yeah. And then, or if you have your own bags and you want to use your own bags, you can do that as well. You don't have to buy all Aldi's bags if you don't want to. But let me see. I think that's it that I can think of right now. Always watch your money on the earnings app. Always watch your money. Make sure they're adding up stuff right. It's always, you know, especially when it's a peak hour, make sure you're getting paid for your peak hours. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. But if you guys have any other questions, or if my besties have any more tips, please put them in the comments below. I would appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening and watching and helping me out. And to any of the new Instacart shoppers / my besties, we're gonna help you out. We're gonna get you through. We're gonna get you through. Okay? Ask me a question directly, or put a big question out for everybody else. And my besties are awesome sauce, so they will definitely help you. Okay? So with all that being said, y'all already know, subscribe. Hey, I tricked y'all. No, but y'all already know. Butter is out. TTY and all them new Instacart shoppers to the L. Hey, to the L. Oh, to the L. Hey, get money. Baby, come on. Hey, get money. All right, guys. Until the next vlog. Talk to you later.